Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chapter 9 of Reservation Road. This is titled A Broken Home. So the last two chapters, I talk about We Are One, and I talked about the miracle of my brother. When I talked earlier about the first thing I ever wanted to be was a priest, and you wonder what happened to that, and how did I get off track of that? A lot of that had to do with my parents getting divorced, and what happened up till then. My brother was fighting for his life, and I was fighting for mine in a different way. Well, my brother was going through cancer, and my younger brother and I were raised by the community for a while. You know, my dad, my grandparents, to neighbors, Sharon and Jack Parsiak, who were open up their home to us, me and my brother, and just great people. And so during that time, my mom basically made a choice to allow a 16-year-old boy to watch my brother and I. That 16-year-old boy did things to me that a 16-year-old boy shouldn't do to a 4-year-old kid. Might have been around 5. So that was a hard time for me. It obviously changed me. But there was one reason I was able to get through. And probably the biggest reason why I probably never got into heavy drugs or anything, and how I was able to deal with it mentally, was the fact that I witnessed him try to take my brother into my parents' bedroom. And as a young boy, I stopped it. I said to him, "You do what you want to me." I said, "Don't you ever touch my brother." And he didn't. And I kind of felt like a hero. And that feeling is what made me get through it, like I said. And I thought that feeling made it where it didn't impact my life. But I learned out later in life that it's affected me. It's caused a lot of damages. My dad was a lawyer, like I said. My mom, she's determined on something. There ain't no stopping her. I realized that I had to say something after that, because he had threatened my family if I said something. But I knew it was only going to be a matter of time before he got to my brother if I didn't say anything. So I went to, in school, they had the DARE program. And so I went home and I told my parents. My mom, of course, called the police. My dad didn't want to. He knew that the next step was to go to court. And he knew a lot of the judges and the prosecutors. He didn't want to be embarrassed. My mom proceeded anyway. I remember going to court. I remember going to the judge's chambers. I was so young that when he said, "Raise your right hand," I raised my left. And I testified what happened. It was, he was found guilty. I don't know whatever happened. What I know is that between alcohol, between pain of that, between what my brother was going through, broke my family. I know it's not my fault, but what is my fault? It's for allowing it to poison my life as long as it has. The hardest thing for me was how it changed, how everybody looked at me. My grandfather, who was a great man, he looked at me differently. My dad, my mom, everybody, I felt, looked at me differently. But me, I felt like a hero. In a way. I would do whatever it took to protect anybody. I always prayed that my brother never remembered that. I never wanted to bring it up to him because he was young and I didn't hope he never remembered. But I talked to him after my dad died in 2010. And he totally remembered. that's how I ended up with the broken home. That's why I'm down Reservation Road.